Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
Y'all probably saw her on Surviving R. Kelly. Everybody was talking about Surviving R. Kelly when it hit because you were out there in L.A. searching for your daughter, trying to find your daughter. I follow you on Instagram, and how's your daughter doing right now?
She's doing great. Actually, she's expecting her first.
Really?
Yes.
So you about to be a grandmama?
Yes, a Mimi.
You ain't going with grandma?
No, I'm going with Mimi.
Yeah, see, when I had my first grandchild, I had to go with Pop. I was not going, you're not calling me grandpa. I'm not having none of that. Pop was,
right.
Dude, that's
when you think
good.
of grandparents, you think of gray hair, older, sitting in a rocking chair. That's not me, so it's Mimi.
Right, so that's because that's how my grandfather was. Yeah. My grandfather was, for me, he was always old. Because we used to go down south to see him every year. He sat in that rocking chair and played guitar, dip snuff, spit in a bucket.
Yeah.
So to me, grandfather, being a grandfather now, we still young and vibrant. We still know what's going on. So we're not the same as our grandparents were then.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a whole, but congratulations.
Well, thank you.
So let's get into the gist of it. How in the world did your daughter get involved with R. Kelly in the first place?
She was a fan, and we happened to live very close to him when he was living in Olympia Fields. And she always was a fan. Her dad took her to a concert, and she fell in love. Like, literally just a fan. Like, if I love Usher or New Edition, she just happened to love R. Kelly. And guess what? R. Kelly liked little girls.
So how old was your daughter when she met R. Kelly?
She was actually 17.
17?
Yeah, she met him through another young lady on MySpace, so that's how long ago it was.
This was a MySpace thing?
Yeah, it was a MySpace.
So would you consider the other young lady that she met him through a recruiter?
Yes, the girl that you saw in the Docuseries, Geronda Pace, yes. Yep.
She's a recruiter for R. Kelly.
Well, she met him, and like she said, he said go get some more girls, and she said she was in contact. They had something in common, which was R. Kelly. And she was like, hey, would you like to meet him? And she was like, yeah, so they did their little plot and was lying to me throughout. I'm thinking they going bowling, to the movies, things that teenagers do.
So at the time when she first met R. Kelly, you just thought she was hanging out with somebody that she met. This was a cool girl. They're going to the movies. They're doing this and doing that. And the reason why I stress that to what knowledge that you had is because I'm quite sure that you've done a lot. I'm not quite sure. I'm absolutely sure that you've done a lot of press for Surviving R. Kelly. You've done radio stations in the past. You've heard people say, what about the parents? It's the parents' fault.
Well, we don't come with instructions as parents, first of all. So we trusting that what she said, the kids say to us, that's the truth. But it's not. And it took another girlfriend that told me, literally, that, dude, you know where Nika's at? And I was like, yeah, she's with her friend. She said, no, she's at R. Kelly's house. And she had been for the last month.
How did you find that out?
Her friend texted me and called me and told me. And her friend called and told me, and I was at a concert. I still remember the concert in Country Club Hills. I left the concert, and I called my son and told him to meet me at the house. And we pulled up I called the Olympia Fields police, and I went to the house, and everything was outside the gate. And like I said in the docuseries, girls were just coming in because he used to have parties. And it was only for girls. I mean, he has the guys there, but he brought the guys. You couldn't bring no guys. That's all I saw was just girls, just truckload of girls coming in.
Just coming in, going in his house. Now, this is the same house that was allegedly originally on that first sex tape.
Exactly.
The house with the indoor pool and the studio and all the rooms and all of this stuff. And I said earlier on this podcast, before Surviving R. Kelly came out, Mute R. Kelly had started.
Yes.
And it had started around some girls in colleges, and they were trying to stop him from doing concerts. And I sat right here on 104.3 Jazz in Chicago on this airways and said, leave that man alone. Because at the time, I had seen R. Kelly several times. I've known Rob for a long time. A very, very long time. And we've had our ups and downs, okay? And at the time, I had just seen him in Atlanta in a place called Cigar City Club, right? He's a cigar enthusiast, so am I. So we were bumping to each other, D.C. I was in a cigar spot. Somebody tapped me on my shoulder. It was him. We hung out. We smoked. We laughed. Everything was cool. And when I saw him in Atlanta, I looked at the girl, and I was like, damn, she looks like, what are you doing with this baby? You know what I mean? But when they went over to card her, because it was a drinking establishment, she was 21. So I was like, listen, leave the man alone. If he wants to have a harem of women, what's wrong with that? Hugh Hefner did it. Nobody says nothing about Hugh Hefner, but when it comes to a black man can't do what a white man can do. Vince surviving R. Kelly comes out, and I find out, I was actually supposed to sit down and interview him because he got wind of what I was saying on the radio, and he was like, yo, tell Ed, I said, thank you, I want to sit down, I want to interview with him. Then surviving R. Kelly comes out, and I find out that he's still up to the same old shit that he was doing before. Because you would think, Michelle, if you got away with murder, like OJ did,
yes, you would stop, but he did.
you would get, exactly.
But people don't understand, it is not just him having young girls, okay, and they could be 21. It is the abuse. See, I found out about the abuse from the Savages when they came out and did that whole interview in Atlanta. They reached out to me. It's not be able to go to the bathroom. You can't eat when you want to. He beats them. He don't just give them a whooping. He beats them. I mean, seriously. He spit in my daughter's face. He actually wanted to throw her off a roof because whatever she wanted, whatever she didn't do. She was the rebellious one. Okay.
Okay.
And then for you to try to turn my child into a boy, who the fuck does that? I mean, how do you take a whole girl, she had long hair, her hair, not no weave, and you saying that, you know what, I don't like the way you look, I want to turn you into a boy. How you do that? She actually told me in 6 months she would have had a penis.
Really?
A penis. How the fuck you get
He wanted to give her, your child that you gave birth to,
a girl?
a girl, born a girl, he wanted to force her to have a sex change operation.
Yes. That is some sick shit. So that's why I said you cannot compare him to Hugh Hefner. He is a sick man that literally need mental help. I don't want to say jail is the answer, but mental jail. Like, he needs to see a psychiatrist damn near 23 hours of his life. Seriously. Something is wrong with this man. And then you saying you can't go to the bathroom, so we got garbage cans and plastic bags, and now I understand when she used to come home, she had baby wipes.
So she could wipe herself because she wasn't going to the bathroom on a regular
bathroom with tissue.
Like, just going to sit on the toilet was something for her because...
And showers and baths, like, literally.
This is stuff that he's not allowing him to do.
He a sick person. Like,
but he can't do that by himself.
No, he have enablers. And so that means everybody is watching. You saw the docuseries, the one lady that actually, she had herself covered. And she didn't want it, but she explained it. She talks about it. If you go back and look at it again, listen to what she said. He had my baby on a tour bus for 3 days with no food and fucking water. Who the fuck do you think you are? So jail right now, when I heard he was gone, I was like, now somebody got to tell your ass where to take a shower. Somebody got to tell your ass when to eat. Somebody got to tell your ass when to go to sleep. Now you know how the fuck it feels.
Isn't part of the problem, and we're talking to Michelle Kramer from Surviving R. Kelly, do you think R. Kelly has a God complex? Or is he trying to be a super pimp?
I would say a pimp. Trapped in the closet is all his goddamn personalities. Watch it again.
I haven't seen it in such a long time. I think I will.
Yes, trapped in the closet. He was trapped. All those are his personality. Remember, it was a pimp.
Yeah.
It was it was a pastor. Remember, it's the gay man. Then remember, it was something else. It was trapped in the closet. All them his personalities. He was trapped. Listen to all his music. Even, one time I got upset with him and I sent him a song. All his songs, I said, the storm is over. When a woman is fed up, men lie. And you need to admit to all the lies, all the pain that you cause people. But them are his songs.
Right.
He got mad. What you getting mad for? Those are your songs.
That was his songs.
Those are the titles of his songs.
He did make Seems Like You Ready.
Right.
I could have sworn you were ready. AJ number just told us a long time ago,
there
right?
You go.
How do you feel about the artists in the record company? Because there's a lot of artists that were enablers. There's different ways of being an enabler. Yeah. If you continue to do music with somebody because they're a genius, but you know they're abusing young girls on the side, then you're enabling because you're enabling them to make more money. And the more money that they make, the more they can encost themselves or shield themselves away from everybody else.
Money buys a lot of things. That's what I learned. Money buys a lot.
So a lot of people just really turned a blind eye to it.
Really did. Yeah. And it took Surviving R. Kelly Docuseries for everybody to wake up.
And now everybody's scrambling for cover, huh?
Exactly.
Everybody's trying to separate themselves because there's a lot of music that was made. This has been going on. The first real wind we got of it was Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And that was years ago. When he was, 28? And she was 15 when he married her?
Yes. And her uncle was right there.
Barry Hankerson.
Yes.
Yeah, Uncle was right there. I remember a conversation that I overheard. And I didn't really think nothing of it till the Aaliyah thing came out years later. A conversation that I heard at Luke had a club in Miami called the Pac Jam. It's a teen club. And R. Kelly and Public Announcement came out. And Barry Hankerson came by the club, and he also had an adult club called Strawberries. And they were supposed to, R. Kelly and Public Announcement was supposed to perform at Strawberries. But Luke said, "This is a teen club, man. He got a big hit record. Why don't you bring him by here? I'm sure the kids would love to see him." And Barry Hankerson said out of his mouth, and he will probably deny it if it ever came up, "I bring Rob past here, he ain't gonna want to leave."
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't catch it until later on. I was like, why would he want to? This is little kids, you know what I mean? But he already knew that dude had a problem with underage girls.
Yes. I mean, mentally, he cannot even probably have a whole conversation with an adult woman anyway. So his mind was on that level. Think about it. One of the girls, I watched her interview, and she said it. She was 17. I think it was Lisa Van Allen. And she literally said that it was okay because mentally he was 30, but really in age, he was 17 with her. So he cannot literally have a conversation with no adults. His mentality is on a child level. That's why the girls can relate to him because he's on a level. He's not on an adult level, even though he's a male. It's supposed to be adult.
Like a grown-ass man. What is he, 50 years old now?
I think he's about 53. He older than me.
Yeah, 53 years old now?
Yeah, he older than all the damn parents that Surviving R. Kelly.
Wow. So how did it come to pass that Dominique ended up with him?
Like I said earlier, the girl introduced. So R. Kelly lived literally 20 minutes from my house.
All right, so let's take it to after you found out.
After I found out, I went to the house with the police, and then I forgot when that she had left. The police was like, we can't go in. The manager came to his to the gate and said he's not here. He's not here, so they having a party at his house.
Right, but he's not there.
Right, so I got a call that she had made it back home, and I went and we had a talk, and I was like, her brother was like, he's a grown man, Dominique. What did you talking about? He literally just got off of those charges. Literally, like
Dominique is 17 years old at the
right.
time.
So say the charges got off in May, and this is July.
Okay.
So then I'm telling her he's a grown man, leave him alone. I said, give me his phone number. I called, he answered, and I said, hello, Robert, whatever. I don't know what I said at the time. I said, this is Michelle Kramer, Dominique Gardner's mother. Stay the fuck away from my child.
Just like that.
Just like that. And he was like, this ain't Rob, this is assistant, and I give him the message. And so I had it on speaker. My daughter was like, Mom, that was him.
Okay.
So she turned 18 next month.
And once she turned 18, legally, please tell people, because I don't think they realize this.
When she turned 18 legally, she started back seeing him again. And she came to me and told me that she was in love with him. And that was her first.
And legally, there's nothing you can do about it.
Legally, there's nothing I could do.
That's the point that I want to make to everyone that's listening to Michelle Kramer on this podcast right now. Once her daughter turned 18, legally, there's nothing she can do about it. Because legally, they consider her grown.
Exactly.
She can make a choice of where she want to live at.
Yes.
If she wanted to say, I don't live here no more, I'm going to go live with my father.
Right.
There's nothing you can say about it.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing you can say. What do you say to people that say it's the parents? This is your fucking fault.
No.
Michelle, it's your fault. You ain't do something right. You ain't raised her right. You should have had your foot on her neck. You're supposed to know where she is and who she's dealing with.
And guess what? If I would have did that, she would still be there.
How did you
So I
emancipate her, so to speak, from R. Kelly?
I had to give her my blessings. You know, I have a book coming out called I Am My Daughter's Keeper. And that means I kept her secrets. I kept her lies. I kept her truth. And most importantly, I kept loving her through the whole process. Parents got to understand, our kids is going to date someone we are not going to like. And if you don't like them, guess what? It's going to make them closer to that person. So you got to play the role. So I played like everything was cool, just so I could see it, so I could talk to it, I could still have control. But when that phone call came and she said she was off my phone line, and they went to Atlanta. I don't know what the fuck happened in Atlanta, but something happened in Atlanta. And that's when the nigga lost it, because that's when I started hearing all about the abuse, the not eating and can't go to the bathroom. They partying all night, sleeping during the day. He beating them. He just doing crazy shit. I don't know. So once I got word of that, I said, okay, you know what? She had called me private, and she was crying. And I said, Nika, you got to get up out of there. You got to get up out of there. She was like, I love him. Why is he treating me like this? I said, I don't know, babe, but you got to come home.
And at the time, Dominique was cool with being one of many?
Yeah. I call them sister wives, the black version.
The black version? She was cool with being one of many.
Yeah, but he wasn't, but she was the boy. That's his fetish. Yeah. I put it out there, nigga go both ways. And he was literally transforming her into a boy. So at this time, I didn't see my child in 3 years. I had heard about...
You hadn't seen your daughter in 3 years?
I ain't seen my daughter in 3 years.
Once she made the decision that she wanted to be with R. Kelly...
Well, she was still coming back and forth. She was still living with me.
Okay.
She made that transformation around, in 2019. So we talking about maybe 14 or 15. She was going to move with him permanently. When you make it to the house... They mean like you that main one.
Okay, but you still one of many.
Right.
You're not one of that just came from the party. You one of the sister wives then.
Because he treated, they all got to call him daddy, and they all sisters, but then he have sex with them like wives. So I call them the black version of sister wives. That's what I say. And she made it there. So that's like a
badge of honor to some of them.
Exactly. Like who the hell, why would you?
I'm one of R. Kelly's women.
Yes. So it's like literally. So that's what she did, and I was like, okay. And then I heard about the abuse, and then I'm watching TMZ. When I'm seeing TMZ, the Joy and Savage interview, I'm like, that's my... And I just bust down crying.
Wow, I can see that you're still getting emotional about it to right now. That's tough. It's tough as a parent not to be in control and to see all the morals and everything that you taught your child go right out the window, and to know that your child is being abused by somebody and they still want to stay.
Right. And the call, it was on TMZ. I get the phone calls from everybody, and I put it in God's hand after that, because I was on my way to LA. I thank TMZ for real. TMZ, I thank you for that video. That he tried to plot out and say, hey, guess what? We out here shopping. We just doing our thing. And I was on my way to film Surviving R. Kelly. And I made a phone call to TMZ and said, if you go report the news, report it correctly. And they was like, excuse me? I was like, that was not Joy friend. That's my daughter, Dominique. They was like, that's another one of R. Kelly girls. And so then it got back to him, and he made her call me. And I was just on point. I knew I was doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, phone call came. I was like, hello? Mom, what are you doing? Why you call TMZ? I'm like, girl, I ain't called no damn TMZ, but where you at? She was like, Mom, I can't tell you. That's a girl, where you at? I was like, I'm going to send you a present. I'm going to send you a package. Where you at? She was like, Mom, I can't tell you where I'm at. I said, you in LA? She was like, yeah. I said, what's the hotel? She was like, I can't tell you. I said, girl, give me the initial. Come on, girl, give me the initial. She was like, I am. Come on, boo. Marriott. It was in Beverly Hills.
Right.
So I was going to LA in 2 days to film. I just asked Dream them, can I just get a ride?
Right.
It was like, can we film it? I was like, I don't care.
Right.
And that's what y'all saw. That's how it went down.
That's exactly how it went down. And that's the first time you had seen your child in
3 years.
Wow.
And I went to the one Marriott. That, they said it was a Gardner, but it wasn't that Gardner.
Right.
So then I asked the There was a black security. It was like a black doorman. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, excuse me, have you seen two girls? And he was like, check the one across the street. I was like, damn, yeah, how we missed that one? That was the resident Marriott, meaning that's where they stayed for a long time. They got a kitchen. And
yeah, got all that stuff in
there.
there.
So I went in there. It was Mother's Day weekend. Went in there, I was like, excuse me, can you ask my daughter, Dominique Gardner? I didn't even act like she was, wasn't there. I knew she was there. So I was like, excuse me. The manager happened to be right there. I said, it's Mother's Day weekend. I want a surprise. I'm in town and everything. And it was like, okay, they called. She can't come out. Remember, she got to call him to come out. So it's like, whatever the package is, he tell me to go out. So then the manager was like, I'll take you to the room. I said, thank you. Oh, my God.
Wow.
He still don't got no job because he wasn't supposed to. But I thank you, manager. And he took me to the room, and that's what happened.
That's what you saw.
That's what everybody said.
How did you finally get Dominique to finally say enough is enough and come home?
I told her that if I'm here, she said she actually called him and said, my mom here and I want to have lunch. And he was like, no, we'll wait till we get back to Chicago. So she said she called and asked that, can she have lunch with me? And he told her no. She said, my mom is in L.A. and I can't even have lunch with her. She was like, enough is enough.
Wow. So when she finally, the first time she left with you, she went back.
Yeah, she went back after 3 days. Because like I said, and it's a drug. It's 3 types of drugs out there. It's crack cocaine, heroin, and a whole bunch of R. Kellys.
Yeah.
And she was hooked on that damn drug called R. Kelly.
She was hooked. And when she went back, how long did she stay?
She stayed for like 2 weeks. She asked him, can she go to her little brother's graduation? She promised her little brother, literally, she was going to be at his graduation. She don't make no promises, And he told her, no, we'll just send him a gift. She said, I'm not doing that. She just said then she knew it was time to go.
And she's been back for how long now?
A year and a half.
A year and a half, and about to have a baby.
And about to have a baby.
And it ain't R. Kelly's.
No, it's not R. Kelly's baby. No, sorry.
Isn't that great?
No.
Isn't that great?
Yes,
Isn't that great? So your book is coming when?
It'll be coming about another couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah, I Am My Daughter's Keeper.
I Am My Daughter's Keeper. And you went to the Emmys? I saw that.
Yes, I did.
How was that for you?
It was nice.
Look, slaying on the red carpet. Go, girl. You was slaying up. How was that?
It was nice. It was really nice. We lost, but it was nice.
Who'd y'all lose to?
Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, Anthony Bourdain. Oh, that's because he passed away. He committed suicide.
Right, that's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I don't even know who the hell he was.
Anthony Bourdain. Did you see the new Dave Chappelle thing?
Yes, I did.
When Dave Chappelle talked about Anthony Bourdain had the best job ever. All he did was go around the world, eat food, drink wine with cool people.
Yes.
That's who Anthony Bourdain was. He's like a food critic, a food specialist. He just traveled around the world, so it's okay.
Yeah.
If y'all lost to Anthony Bourdain.
We won the Critics' Choice Awards. And
good.
We won MTV Movie and TV. You won that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So we got next year.
And the book is coming out, and there's a part 2.
Yes, a part 2 called Surviving R. Kelly: The Aftermath.
Does it explore your relationship with Dominique a little more?
Yes, and she's actually in the docuseries.
Oh boy, so she gonna tell everything from her perspective.
Yes.
Oh Lord, that's gonna be fire.
Yes.
Yeah, and as we speak right now, Mr. Kelly is in jail.
Yes, he is. Thank God. McDonald's and playgrounds are safe again.
I ain't gonna say nothing else after that. Michelle Kramer, thanks for joining us, man. Tell them the name of the book again.
I Am My Daughter's Keeper.
And how they can reach you via social media. I think that's important.
The Real Michelle Kramer.
Yes, The Real Michelle Kramer.
Yes.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Ed.
Coming up, y'all, right here on